Happy Friday. Thanks for clicking Weather on Demand. I'm Sean Householder with UpperMichiganSource.com. Lake effect snow advisories continue for our western counties through the Keweenaw Peninsula. Berrigan, Marquette, Alger County also getting in on that action. Now, lake effect snow causing some travel problems first thing this Friday morning. Those advisories will eventually fall away by mid-morning across your western counties, lingering longest for Alger County into mid to late afternoon, in fact, with the most persistent fetch off of Lake Superior, keeping those lake effect snow showers on longest. Temperatures, teens and 20s. Some of those cooler spots dipping into the mid-teens. Meanwhile, places like Munising, 26, one of those warm spots, but we factor in these gusty north winds. Of course, it does feel much colder, say around 5 below for some of those colder spots, but the bigger influence on the weather the winds have, of course, picking up on all that fluffy snow, blowing it around, drifting over already plowed roadways. Of course, that's going to reduce your visibility to near whiteout conditions, especially up through the Keweenaw, those exposed portions of upper Michigan by the Superior shoreline, mostly influenced by that wind and snow. You can see the snow shower activity across central and south central upper Michigan. Escanaba getting clobbered this morning, snowing like the dickens through the Keweenaw as well, but you can't see it due to those effects of the terrain. We zoom out, and here's the look at that latest low pressure. Very little eastward progress over the past 24 hours, but high pressure is beginning to build in. That's going to try to elbow its way in from the west, eventually carving out clearer skies. But look at this persistent ridge. Of course, that means dry, tranquil weather for much of the western United States, but that also means that fire threat continues for parts of California. Meanwhile, we watch this deep trough, and this pattern is just going to persist right through the foreseeable future. Cold with lake effect snow on tap. Now we can see the leading edge of this next system just rounding the bend around that ridge. That's going to continue to dive into the upper Midwest Dakotas. We'll tell you more about that momentarily. So it's a cold, snowy forecast. You can see some cold air locked and loaded. Now this air will moderate as it works into the western Lake Superior area, so it won't be quite so cold, but we'll definitely see a cooling trend. Look at Sawyer Airport checking in mild, 27. Now we're about to lose those mild conditions as this core of the coldest air will begin to slide eastward into central Illinois, over towards the Ohio River Valley in the coming days. For now, though, here's our low. This thing will slide eastward into Quebec. That clears the stage for that cold air, north winds, bitter cold with lake effect snow. There's that next front, and here we go. So here's the strong ridge out west, and this thing will continue to dive in as this latest low fades east. Now the next low, I think high pressure is strong enough to suppress that thing further south and west. So some snow flurries will graze our Wisconsin line on your Saturday. All in all, I think the forecast stays bone dry, and those snow showers that work in Saturday, little effect on our apparent weather. But then by Sunday, boom, a next front works in. That's an Arctic front. We're talking Arctic air by Sunday through next week. So the trend will be lake effect snow under the influence of that persistent trough, which will just stay in place right through the foreseeable future all next week. Forecast today, gradually clearing skies. Northwest winds continue with lake effect snow, especially through the Keweenaw. Temperatures topping out into the teens, low 20s, and it's definitely a snowy forecast looking east along that Superior shoreline. That's where we see the most persistent snow showers. Tonight, though, I think the trend will be clearing skies, especially in the western interior. That means that temperatures sink into the single digits in some of your cooler spots. Still, though, I think lake effect snow continue, especially across the northern tip of the Keweenaw and over the Alger County shoreline, mainly east of Marquette over towards Whitefish Point. But Saturday looks dry, rather tranquil. Winds go light. It'll be a chilly start for us. Temperatures top out into the teens, low 20s. A little bit of snow flirting with that Wisconsin line, not a big deal. But Sunday, though, it'll be bitter cold, blowing snow, and more of the messy weather theme. Temperatures well below average next week. Lake effect snow continues. Next weekend looks bitter cold. We might have to toss in the phrase polar vortex before it's all said and done. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.